North Korea remains a nation shrouded in mystery, isolation, and secrecy, tightly controlling nearly every facet of its citizens' lives. Renowned for its peculiar rules and bizarre occurrences, it presents a cityscape marked by an enigmatic lifestyle and a spectrum of camouflage. Join us in this video as we explore the peculiar and unique aspects that exist solely within the confines of North Korea. The cult of personality and the eternal leaders. Exploring the deep secrets of a significant nation requires acknowledging its roots, and in the case of North Korea, the cult of personality and eternal leaders constitute the nation's core power structure. Yes, you heard it right. North Koreans live under the rule of law and the leadership of a single family, the Kim family. Founded by Kim Il-sung, the country follows its own set of rules, presenting a facade of democracy every 5 years, despite the reality of voting for just one person. It may seem weird, but understanding the reasons behind North Korea's commitment to the Kim family is crucial. In this video, we'll delve into the historical roots, the mechanisms underpinning the cult of personality, its societal impact, and the implications for North Korea's political landscape and international relations. At the heart of this cult lies the glorification and deification of leaders Kim Il-sung and his son, Kim Jong-il. Proper respect is demanded for these eternal leaders of Korea, and the cult's foundations were primarily shaped during Kim Il-sung's rule. Kim Il-sung utilized propaganda, art, and media to present himself as a benevolent and omnipotent leader, effectively elevating himself to a godlike status. This portrayal instilled a sense of divine obedience among the people, as Kim Il-sung became akin to a deity. His birth year even became the start date of the Juche calendar, symbolizing the nation's doctrine of self-reliance and serving as a significant holiday marked by fireworks and celebrations in North Korea. The personality cult served multiple purposes, with its primary function being the consolidation of the leader's power by fostering unwavering loyalty and instilling fear. Any form of dissent or questioning of the leader's authority was met with severe suppression. Obedience and conformity were non-negotiable. Additionally, the cult attributed all the nation's achievements and successes to the brilliance and guidance of the leader, reinforcing the perception of their indispensability. Absence of religion. The absence of organized religion in North Korea is unsurprising, given the nation's perception of its leaders as deities. With leaders elevated to godlike status, the need for another deity is deemed unnecessary. Notably, before Kim Jong-il gained full power in 1948, he was born to a Christian mother, Kang Ban-seok. Despite this, he acknowledged finding religious services boring during his childhood. Perhaps this experience influenced his determination to ensure that boredom was eradicated for North Koreans. The government actively discourages organized religion, emphasizing the Juche ideology of self-reliance and fostering a cult of personality around the ruling Kim family. This discouragement extends to severe persecution for those practicing their faith. The regime promotes a personality cult, particularly around leaders Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il, treating them almost as deities. Citizens are mandated to participate in various rituals and ceremonies praising the leaders, and any perceived disrespect or lack of devotion is met with harsh punishments. While some religious organizations technically exist, their operations are tightly monitored under state supervision. Christianity, in particular, is taboo, and practitioners face severe persecution as it is associated with foreign influence and seen as a potential threat to the regime's control. Despite these restrictions, there are likely underground religious practices and believers, as humans can be discreet, though they must be extremely secretive to avoid punishment, which could include death. An interesting fact: North Koreans still practice public executions, and children as young as 5 years old are mandated to witness them. Speaking of punishment, let's explore the experience of being penalized by the North Korean government. 3-generational punishment. Imagine a scenario where your uncle steals an apple and as a consequence, your entire family, spanning 3 generations, is sentenced to prison for his transgressions. Even if he apologizes and returns the apple, it doesn't matter because the whole family is held accountable for an offense they had no knowledge of. This heartbreaking situation mirrors the 3-generational prison policy enforced in North Korea, particularly targeting individuals perceived as enemies of the state or those accused of political crimes. This rule not only places responsibility on the accused person for their actions, but also extends punishment to their immediate family, encompassing at least 3 generations. The origins of this policy trace back to the early years of the North Korean regime under Kim Il-sung, implemented as a means to consolidate the ruling party's power and suppress potential dissent or opposition. The policy aims to instill fear and deter any thoughts of rebellion or disloyalty to the state. In cases where an individual is accused of a political crime or labeled an enemy of the state, they and their family members, parents, children, and even grandchildren can face imprisonment, forced labor, or exile to remote areas. Holding multiple generations accountable is a strategic move by the regime to eradicate any potential opposition from its roots, leaving no space for dissent to grow within families. This policy creates a climate of fear, preventing individuals from expressing critical views out of concern for endangering their entire family. In essence, freedom of speech is non-existent. Widely criticized by the international community and human rights organizations for gross violations of individual rights and disregard for due process, this policy has led to countless innocent individuals and their families enduring unimaginable suffering and hardship under the oppressive North Korean regime. Deceptive Cities. North Korea's notorious secrecy reaches an extreme with the creation of empty and meticulously camouflaged cities, a level of deception that pushes boundaries. Enter Gyeongdong, a city filled with elaborate facades designed to project a false image of prosperity and success to the outside world. These deceptive cities are predominantly situated near North Korea's border with South Korea, particularly in the Kaesong industrial region along the Korean demilitarized zone. One of the cities that gained international attention is Gyeongdong, often referred to as the propaganda village. This city was not just a facade, but a meticulously choreographed urban area featuring eye-catching high-rise buildings and a towering flagpole, creating an illusion of patriotic North Koreans. The purpose behind constructing these fake cities is believed to be a strategic display of prosperity and strength, intending to deceive foreign observers and neighboring South Korea. By presenting a false image of affluence and development, North Korea seeks to maintain the illusion of being a formidable nation and a utopian society, despite the stark contrast with reality. While there are debates about the true intentions behind these deceptive facades, some argue that the primary motivation is to project an image of strength. Reports suggest that buildings in Gyeongdong lack glass windows, leading some to speculate that the entire village might be a mere stage set without actual residents. Others believe these cities serve as a distraction for the North Korean population, diverting attention from the severe economic and social conditions prevailing in the country. North Korea faces significant economic challenges, including widespread poverty, food shortages, and limited access to basic amenities for a substantial portion of its citizens. Despite suspicions and speculation, the complete truth behind these fake cities remains elusive due to the restricted access to the country and the secretive nature of its government. Foreign journalists or visitors attempting to enter these areas face tight controls, making it challenging to verify claims surrounding these urban facades.